Hello, my name's Justin, and today I'm going to show you how to draw a spiral using Scratch. Now to start out, we should drag one of these when run is clicked blocks out as you start most Scratch programs. And now let's just make a plan of what exactly we're going to do. So in order to draw a spiral, we should start out right here in the center, right? And then we kind of move forward and turn a little, and we move forward and we turn, and we keep moving forward and turning, and we just repeat that over and over until we get the full spiral. So let's draw a blocky one here. So you start out in the center, move forward a bit, and you turn, move forward, turn, move forward, and you keep doing that over and over. And Scratch allows us to do this pretty easily here. So we can drag in, say, one of these move blocks, and that'll allow us to move forward. And these turn blocks will allow us to turn. But how do we actually draw to the screen? Now, there's nothing here in the base blocks of Scratch that allows us to do that. But down here in the bottom left, we can click Add Extension. And this allows us to add in the pen extension, which will allow us to draw onto the screen using pen down here. So we can just test that out. If we put pen down, so when we click the button, it'll start drawing, and then it will move forward 10 steps. So every time we click the button, it'll draw, move forward, and you get a little line there. Now, we would like to move our guy back to the center and clear out everything. So we can do that by starting out with pen up, so that tells it to stop drawing, and erase all will erase everything that we have drawn. So we can click the button, you see all the pen's gone, but we want our sprite back here in the center. Up here, we can tell it exactly where to go with this go to block. And 0, 0 is the center. So if we tell it to go to 0, 0 and we click run, he'll end up right back there at the center. We should also make sure he's pointing in the correct direction. So click point in direction, and this will show you what direction is what. So if you want him to point straight up, we set it to 0 and he'd point straight up. But let's have him start out facing the right. Now, as we saw here, we're going to start moving forward, turning, moving forward, and we want this to repeat over and over. So to do that, we can go here into our control area, and let's just click one of these forever blocks. This forever block will allow whatever's inside to repeat over and over again. And we want him to move forward and then turn. That way he keeps moving forward, turning, all while drawing in order to make this spiral. So let's make sure that before he moves, we should start drawing here with pen down. So he will stop drawing, erase everything on the screen, that way there's nothing if we keep hitting go. Then he'll go to the center and point to the right, and this will start us off here with a clean slate, and then we start drawing. Then he should move forward 10 steps, turn, and then keep repeating that over and over, moving forward, turning, moving forward, turning. So let's see how that goes. Now that's not quite what we want. He's drawing a circle. So let's go back and look here. So as we were drawing our spiral, we start on the center, and we move forward, then we turn, and we move forward, and we turn, and we move forward. It keeps going over and over. If we look here at this line's a lot bigger than these previous lines. So the line starts out very small, and it gets bigger, then turns and it gets bigger. So not only are we moving, turning, we're also moving for longer each time. So we have to keep track of how far we've moved and then slowly increase that. And in order to keep track, we're going to use a variable here. So we can go down here, we can delete this variable they already give us, make a new one, and let's name it step size. And that step size will tell us how far we've moved, and we can increase it each time in this loop to make him move further. So let's start out, let's say he starts out as step size as 1. So we can use that set step size to 1 before the loop. That way it starts out at 1. Then let's have him move, say, we want him to move step size steps instead of a set number of steps. So each time this will increase and he'll move further. Then at the end we want to actually increase our step size. So we can set step size to, we can go up here get an addition. Step size plus in some amount, let's just say 1. So hopefully he'll stop drawing, erase everything, move to the center, then he'll start drawing. He'll start with a step size of 1, move 1 steps, turn, and then that'll be increased to 2. Then he'll move 2 steps, and then it'll be increased to 3, and so on. So hopefully this should draw a spiral. Then we'll stop that. And you can keep changing the step size here. So let's say we want to make the step size smaller. What does that do? Well, that makes us a smaller spiral. And so conversely, if we make it bigger, let's say 2, then that should make a big spiral, right? Yep, there's a big spiral. And you can keep messing around with these and changing. Maybe you want to make the number of degrees you turn variable, and so that can change too. Anyway, that's how to draw a spiral using Scratch.